So hello everyone, I'm Modern here. Welcome to my review course episode 10. And I have to say, this episode was like mediocre. Like mediocre, I don't think it was that good. Not necessarily bad. Either has some really good scenes. I really love the Misaki and Ririna interaction there where she's going to him. He's like, you're so pretty. Wait, you're a man? I was like, do you want to be a woman? I'm confused. I don't like you. Yeah, that was funny. And then of course the Misaka's big brother and dad coming in, like inviting everyone to a wedding or something, and that's like confusing because Neshima's going there inviting both his girlfriend and like kind of coming wife at the same time. It's just really confusing who is gonna bring a guest to the wedding. Both, I guess, apparently, or something, right? Yeah, weird. And it's fun that it's like, if you want to be a girl to the wedding, it's fine with me. It's like, yeah, and so on, right? So that's pretty funny. But otherwise, I felt those 10 minutes there, they were lacking. And I don't know it was lacking, but I felt it really was building on a bush ride. So they're starting out, before the opening, they see talking to igarashi, and she's like, okay, I know what happened with Notice thing, and that'll be something bothering me. It's episode 1. I think everyone gets that's the thing that okay, that is not, like, what is happening here, right? And then she just leaves. And they had 10 minutes of like nothing, excluding those jokes with Misaki and Ririna. It was really funny. Excluding those jokes, just kind of like, and then they get to her, right? So I think that was really weak. I mean, I love the scene that Ririna and Neshima at the playground over Kinder. Yeah, that was really, really nice. But I think that's around those minutes they kind of started going to her. So it's like, it felt really, really, really out. Like, especially if they had a story here, okay, we're gonna do this like narrative, main plot A, right? And 10 minutes later, we're still here. Right? They didn't move a meter on the actual plot line. So then the last 10 minutes actually moved that. If this is the end of the story, right? And you're here, doing that. But they waited 10 minutes to move. So I think that's very noticeable. And I feel that this anime is definitely going down for me in tempo. And I'm starting to feel that it's not a good anime to like weekly watch now, because I don't think it's been that exciting the last 2-3 weeks, and I think it's been kind of slow. I think it's very noticeable. And I really feel it, because like the first episode was really, really funny. I think it was really good the first episode, 1, 2, 3, 4, especially episode 3. I think it was a fantastic episode of this anime. And now I feel so kind of confused now. Like, I haven't done like a full review of this anime. I might do it when all episodes are out. And now I'm confused, because it reminds me a little of Zirikara now last season. I liked Zirikara. I didn't think it was the best anime, but like I read about it. I mean, one major review and all small reviews, and I mainly recommended Zirikara. Said this is a pretty good anime, but I think you should pretty much like binge watch it, like sit there and watch like 3 episodes at a time. The tempo isn't that good, but it's a pretty good anime. And I'm starting to feel that this anime is the same route. And I'm just looking at my own views. There might be people hating me and people who don't care about my content. I don't know, but I'm looking at this my own data I have from interviews. This is going straight down for me. Like, it's just going like less and less people are interested in losing in shoe. So less people are less. So why I'm talking right now, I don't know. I just want to do it because I've done it for 9 weeks. But yeah, mainly right, because I've seen that less and less people. Maybe people are just retired of me. I don't know. But on the same time, I look at my other reviews like Gamers, New Game, Ball Myokusa, which is my favorite season right now. This season, and I just see, wow, Ball Myokusa especially is just going straight up. Like, I'm getting more views every week, which I'm so happy about, and I love that, and I love your comments and so on. And I just see the engagement right from you people that are looking at my channel, and I say, okay, yes, but like I said, it's getting more views, more comments, and so on, right? More likes, right? And Kotusa is kind of like, just going strictly down. And I don't even dislikes, right? So I don't feel that people are coming and say, oh, this is a bad video, but mainly people are just, no one is caring. Yeah, like more and more people are saying, okay, this anime was pretty good, but I'm just gonna whatever. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel, but I see it at least, and I think it's a consensus that I'm saying is probably very true. The people in general is kind of like, it's a pretty good anime, but it's kind of like whatever. I'm gonna wait a few weeks until it's over. Like, now we are soon at the end of the anime, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if someone said, I'm just gonna wait for like a month and watch everything. Yeah, that would make sense to me, because it's super slow right now. And I felt this episode here was good, but that first 10 minutes there, they were just looping it around. We were just waiting to get to it. Anyway, so what did we see then? I was going to say that first, but I think it's a very noticeable one of the 3 weeks in a row here that they've been spending about half episode doing nothing. So anyway, what did we see? We saw not being much either. And that actually kind of frustrated watching the episode. Because even then when we get to the zoo thing, we do get a flashback with her and Misaka. Thanks to Misaka. And it's like, it's a pretty good flashback. But it actually doesn't explain anything to us at all of the main story. It just explains Sue's motivation, I would say. And showing that showing that Misaka is a stalker. Doesn't actually explain though the actual thing in the first episode here, or what is truth or not with the Yukari system. So in the end, they just kept beating around in the bush and actually never really explained anything. So I'm actually very frustrated with that. So basically, the first 10 minutes there's some jokes and nothing, and then when they actually start doing stuff, it's just kind of like they're giving us narrative. They're giving us like some stuff important for the storyline, but not really important like what we actually expected to get. And it's still like teasing us on the actual thing I want to know. So now I know more about Sue, a lot more about her. I know some more about Misaka, but I feel that those are information that I think everyone isn't that interesting. Like isn't that like okay, she loves him. Really know this doesn't actually change my opinion of the characters. Just enforces the opinion I already had. So I'm just kind of like, okay, can we actually go on and learn something? And no, we can't. So I think that actually was very frustrating mainly. You know, almost kind of like, oh man, what the hell are they doing with this episode? That being said though, we also know that her grandma was the one that built the whole system, the first system, the beginning of the whole mapping system. Kind of tells us how long the government been doing this for 2 generations. Actually, they might have done it longer, but like data-wise, it's been 2 generations, and she's also a genius and explains why she could change the system. She can go in there. Her her family also split pretty much, so she could get to the stuff. And it felt to me the theory that she had done it on her own, just to like, I don't know, test Misaka, test Neshima for love and so on, is probably what happened. And like her own interference to protect her friends so big is probably what happened. I think that's the reasonable explanation of it from this episode, but I would love to actually know it right. I think that they definitely kept it from us, which I think is a little ridiculous because it's like, come on, I don't think that's fair, to be honest. That being said, the one thing I really want to point out here about his 2 waifus, right, is that first of all, Ririna, as I always say, is a great woman. She's like, for me, that's definitely the best waifu, and I love the scene. I love the scene when she entered the kindergarten, whatever this daycare, whatever it was, building his burial mound. She's like, "Oh, you're building that thing from that city, like yeah, or whatever. Yeah, you're building that type of style or this thing and that, yeah." And it's like, and we see his eyes like sparkling up. I was like, that's a good person. That's a person you want to be in a relationship with, right? Like I'm talking too much about my own experience here, but I always like I'm the kind of person I never like, oh, you're gonna date me, you better start playing Street Fighter or something like that. Oh, you better start liking Marvel or anime. But it's kind of like, it's nice to just have someone to, at least pretend that they care, right? Yeah, that's kind of what she do every time. Yeah, like I like it. Yeah, I like that she's like making an effort to at least like learn what he's doing. That's a great relationship advice there. You kind of just force yourself to just try what they're doing. You don't have to like it. And sometimes I used to do it with my friends to kind of this back and forth banter, right? Where it's kind of like we should do your own monologue about something. You're saying to someone, oh, I like this thing because this thing, and you listen to them, and then you do your stuff, and you just go back and forth. It's super like nerd stuff. Yeah, but that's kind of enjoyable, right? That's kind of the give and take you have in a relationship, right? And I feel that she's a really good person. That's like a great person to be in a relationship with. It's on that point at least. Very nice, really nice. So that's for me. The episode mainly is for her as a good wife, and then otherwise we have Misaka, which I guess like wow, she's a stalker. They discuss a lot of times there with Sue, and I think that again for me enforces that she is just like, I really don't like her love for him. I don't. I'm not saying that love has to make any sense. I gotta put it like love is just love. You love someone, you can't explain it, but that's true love. So I guess in a one way, yeah, sure, she's mad in love with him without any reason for it. But at the same time, it's kind of annoying. She's like, why do you love him? I just love him. It's like, what's a good point? Can you give me a reason for that? It's like, yeah, okay. That's a little like, yeah, okay, I guess you love him. Love is love, right? Love is a hurricane. Okay, fine. But it's almost kind of like she's joking with Asagi, but it really is kind of like obsessed, right? Because she can't explain it, and then she's like, "What do you want? Oh, I want to bite foot of him," and yeah. It's getting she is kind of creepy. I'm not saying that it's horrible. She's crushing someone, right? But on like what you see here right now, this is like 5 years, 3 years, whatever, in a flashback, right? This is like 3 years past the current storyline, and I think it's 3 years before that, and it's just kind of like cute / stalkerish, not too much, right? And it's like, yeah, okay, it's just kind of cute and not really creepy. It's just kind of funny, slightly creepy maybe. Like that's kind of where it is. But that's in the flashback. In the current storyline, it's kind of like, oh, I lied to you about this thing, I lied to you right about this thing, I lied to her about this thing, I think it's about this thing, I cried in front of you for no reason suddenly, you get your compassion, you get your, sympathy, I did this thing, right? Yeah, it's like it used to be, to see her as a kid, then it's kind of like, yeah, cute, right? But now it's just kind of like very, very controlling, obsessing, willing to do anything it takes, right? So I'm just, again, and then you see her friend is like, yeah, she's lying every time. And it's really weird too, because her friend Sue is like, yeah, I never liked Misaki, I hated her, because she was lying to everyone, she's a liar, and so on. I was like, yeah, she lies to everyone as well. So it's like, man, this flashback is giving I was saying this every week for the last like 4 weeks now, that I think she is up to no good, right? And I think this flashback is like, man, it really enforced that. Her best friend is like, I don't like her. She's a bitch, yeah, like that kind of thing. Like she's like, and right? And it's like, okay. And then she's like, well, I actually started liking her, but when I did that, I saw that she was a stalker. It's like, okay, right? So I'm like, okay, this episode for me mainly. That episode gave me mainly Misaki not to be trusted. Ririna is awesome. That's pretty much what I felt. One last point I want to say though, which I didn't like, because it made no sense. Was that, yeah, Sue hates her. She's like, oh, I hate her. She's a horrible person. She's never honest to everyone. My face looks weird, and it definitely does. The episode looks really weird. But she's like, but my face looks way better than Misaka's face, which is just completely, deception, and yeah, her face is just all lies and so on. Can't trust her face at all. And then I saw her smile about you one day, and I was like, man, okay, that's a real smile. Like, I actually did not like that at all, to be honest. Like, okay, so you hate someone, that's fine, you hate someone for the reasons, and you say, oh, then I finally saw her real smile. Oh, okay, that's good, I guess. And then suddenly you're like best friends. I mean, I guess Misaki liked her because she was willing to buy the photographs for her and doing all that stuff, so sure, why not? Like, from her perspective, from Misaki's perspective, it's pretty fine. Like, they were already friends before this, and now your friends will do stuff for you, you're gonna like them more. Yeah, so from her perspective, it makes fine. But from Sue's perspective, it was kind of weird. She was like, I hated her, I was pretending to be her friend, but I actually really loathed her. And then I saw how beautiful she was when she was smiling, and then suddenly she's like, I want to be your best friend. And suddenly it's like, oh yeah, but I want to protect her. Like, why? I honestly mean, why? Wouldn't it be more like, I saw her true face, and that just proved to me that she was lying to everyone before, which is kind of what she's saying as well. She's like, I knew she was lying, I always expected it, and I saw her true face, so I was like, yeah, she was lying, but her true face was beautiful. And then, yeah, buying photos, like, why she was the case, why not? But after buying the photos for her, why did she keep being like, so close to her and so on? Like, that didn't make any sense. From her perspective, she should be like, yeah, whatever, I keep my photos for you, I don't like you. Your true smile was out there. That just proves my theories. I actually dislike you even more now. She can still buy it. I mean, you can dislike someone and still do them a favor, because, like, it's a favor. But it's like, it's weird. She's like, oh, I hate her, I did her a favor, she really likes me now, and she clings on to me, and I don't like her. I'm just gonna like become a best friend, because why not? Because she wants to be my best friend, even though I hate her. Because she doesn't know it, but I know that. So it's like, so I think her love for Misaki back like makes no sense. And the current storyline, she's like, I have to protect my Misaki. It's like, why? Don't you hate her, kinda? And she's kind of a strict person. She was like, no, I blocked you, Nejima, I hate you. Like, she's kind of a pragmatic, unemotional, logical person. If anything, she should hate her more as seeing her through her face. So I think their friendship made no sense from her perspective, right? From Misaki, it's like, of course, they were their friends. She's nice to her, just take her, she's drinking more, but she clicks on to her. But as she was like, I dislike her, she's fake. She'd be like, oh, I did a favor for her, and now she's like even more clingy. But it proves even more that she's like, yeah. I think she should be just even more offended by that. she's like, I did that easy favor for her. Now she's even more pretentious against in my face and more like, yeah. So I think that actually was really bad. In my opinion, it made no sense. Maybe it's better than the manga. You comment if you read the manga, but I was like, oh, why is she her friend now? This friend because that didn't make any sense. She should just less like her. Whatever. Yeah. Anyway, see you next week and have a great day.